Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have some major updates about India's economic growth, rising GST collections, booming private consumption, and challenges in the microfinance sector. Let's start with India's GST collection hitting a record high of 1.96 lakh crores in January 2025, with gross GST revenue increasing by 12.3% year-on-year. The net GST revenue after refunds also witnessed a 10.9% year-on-year rise, reflecting a robust tax collection system and increased formalization of the economy. This is the highest GST collection ever recorded and indicates strong economic activity across various industries. Several factors have contributed to this growth in GST collections. First, the higher economic activity as manufacturing and services industries have expanded significantly, generating more tax revenue. Secondly, stricter enforcement and shift towards formal businesses and online payment have improved tax collection efficiency. And lastly, India has witnessed an increase in imports as India collected 42,500 crores from GST on imports alone, showing strong demand for international goods. The breakdown of GST collection was as follows. Central GST was 36,100 crores. State GST was 44,900 crores. Integrated GST or IGST was 1.01 lakh crores. Among states, Maharashtra led the collection with 32,335 crores, following Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So what does this all mean for India? Well, this is record-breaking GST collection, which is a signal of strong economic resilience and rising consumer spending. It also allows the government to invest in infrastructure, welfare programs, and development projects. So what's driving this surge? Well, the first thing is the expanding middle class, as more Indian households are moving into higher income brackets, increasing their spending power. Second is the e-commerce boom, with online shopping growing rapidly, especially in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, making retail and lifestyle products more accessible. This is followed by urbanization and lifestyle upgrades. With higher disposable incomes, people are spending more on fashion, electronics, automobiles, and travel. Also, increased access to loans, credit cards, and financing options has enabled people to make big purchases. By 2030, the number of Indians earning over $10,000 per year is expected to triple from 60 million to 165 million. This will further accelerate the demand, particularly for premium and branded products. The next news is of India's microfinance sector, which is facing crisis as non-performing assets have hit 50,000 crores. This means that many borrowers are unable to repay their loans, creating financial stress for microfinance institutions. And why are these NPAs on the rise? It's due to the economic pressures, as inflation and stagnant incomes have made it harder for low-income borrowers to repay their loans. The second is the overborrowing by many borrowers who take multiple loans from different MFIs, leading to debt they cannot handle. Thirdly, events like pandemic, floods, or drought have impacted people's ability to earn money. And lastly, regulatory changes. Some policy adjustments have made it difficult for MFIs to recover loans. So what's next? If NPAs continue to rise, we may see stricter lending rules. MFIs will become more cautious before giving out loans. Higher interest rates, lenders may increase loan costs to cover their risks. And debt restructuring, borrowers may get longer repayment periods or new financial support. The microfinance sector is crucial for financial inclusion, and the urgent steps are needed to stabilize the industry and protect borrowers. And lastly, India's pharmaceutical exports saw a surge of 9%, which is almost double the global average. This reinforces India's position as a global leader in medicine production. India produces 40% of US's general drug supply and 25% of the UK's medicine needs. Secondly, the country has strong manufacturing capacity. India has 752 FDA-approved plants and over 2,050 WHO-certified factories, ensuring high-quality production. Also, there is low cost and high efficiency. India's medicine production costs are 30 to 35% lower than in the Europe and the US. Now, analyzing the future outlook of the pharma sector, there will be AI and digital tools to increase efficiency and reduce errors, followed by zero-error operations. Strict quality control measures are improving India's global reputation. And lastly, sustainability focus. Pharma companies are investing in eco-friendly, ethical manufacturing. The last news that we will be covering is of the domestic air traffic growth in January 2025. India's aviation sector continues to grow, with domestic air traffic rising by 11% in January 2025. IndiGo remains the market leader with 60.3% share, carrying 7.65 million passengers in January. This is followed by Air India that holds 12.8% market share, flying 1.62 million passengers. And lastly, Vistara having 9.5% market share, while Akasa Air and SpiceJet hold 4.5% and 4.2% respectively. So what's driving this growth? Well, to start with are the affordable fares and rising incomes that are making air travel accessible to more Indians. And secondly, airlines like IndiGo and Air India are buying more planes to meet growing demand. Lastly, strong passenger load factor or PLF. Airlines like SpiceJet 91.3% and IndiGo at 87.4% have the highest seat occupancy rates, showing strong demand. There are still some challenges ahead, such as airport congestion. More passengers mean more pressure on India's airport infrastructure. High fuel prices, aviation fuel costs are rising, affecting airline profits. Tough competition, new airlines like Akasa Air and a revamped Air India are making the market more competitive. India's aviation industry is set for major expansion, but airlines must invest in infrastructure and manage rising costs to stay profitable. And that's all for today's biggest business and economic updates. Which news interested you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next video.